Hello guys, it's time for another video. This is one I actually drew ages ago, but I haven't put online anywhere apart from on my Twitter because I didn't have time to do the voice recording until now, so I'm finally getting it out there. So if you think you've seen it before, you're not going crazy, it's not some weird deja vu. You probably saw it on my Facebook or my Twitter and then it just went away into the ether. But this is a picture of Quinn and VALOR from League of Legends. I was stuck one day, I had that dreaded art block and I didn't know what to draw, and I texted my boyfriend Moose and I said, what should I draw? And at the time he was playing a heck of a lot of Quinn in League of Legends, so it shouldn't have come as any surprise that of course he said VALOR, Quinn, yay, go. So I sat down and drew her, and I was quite chuffed with myself because I usually don't draw very well. Like the first time I draw a character, I spend a lot of time trying to get it right, and I find it very impossible to just capture them easily first time. So when I sketched out this one, and she pretty much came out straight away in the sketch the way I wanted the picture, the way I saw it in my head straight away. So I was really quite pleased with that. I decided that I was going to use my new light box thingy that I bought a while ago. I've actually got two light boxes already, but they are huge, bulky things that I don't really have room for, and they're not very convenient to just lug around and quickly do a sketch on. So I bought one of these from Amazon a little while ago, and this was the first time I actually got to sit down and use it. And I used it by inking straight onto the paper, which isn't something I normally do. Normally I would use the lightbox to sketch the rough sketch into a sort of cleaner line art but with pencil on the paper, and then I would ink over that and then wait and then erase it. But I was so inspired by this picture because the sketch had come out so much like how I wanted it. I'm not used to that happening. So I was so inspired to just get on and do it, and I wanted it to be a quick, loose piece because, as I say in pretty much all of my videos, I'm a really slow artist, and when I'm not just plain procrastinating, I just spend so long drawing. So with this one, the second I'd done the sketch and I was really happy with it, I just wanted to do it. And I'm really happy that I did it this way, because I got the picture done in no time at all. And yeah, so I was really happy with that. As you can see, I'm using the Pentel brush pen. The trick with it, I found, is to just use it, because I've owned this for quite a while now. It was recommended quite a lot by Jellybee, who's an artist you probably know on YouTube. She's fantastic, but she uses brush pens a heck of a lot, and I've never really had the guts to do it. But I went and bought one because her work with them is so lovely, and I didn't use it for ages and ages and ages because I didn't want to waste the ink. It's silly because it's replaceable ink, it's normal ink cartridges, but I was so put off by the idea of wasting the ink that I didn't use it for ages, and as such I didn't improve at all. And because I was so inspired to just hurry up and draw this, I decided to just do the ink pen, just get with it and just do the inking and see how it happens. And surprisingly enough, I don't think I messed it up that badly. There are some pretty rough lines there and there are some pretty wobbly lines there, but all in all I think I did an okay job, considering it was the first time I sat down and thought I'm going to use this. So yeah, really quite inspired by that. So I'm going to muck around with the brush pen some more and actually get vaguely good at it, because it's a heck of a learning curve from somebody who's very much used to using microns and fine liners. You have to wait for it to dry, which takes a little longer than I'm used to, but patience is probably something I should learn anyway as an artist. But yeah, it's definitely a learning curve because it's very fiddly. The pencil brush in particular is a very fine, very delicate brush nib. It's not stiff like some brush pens are. It's really nice, but it's also very, very difficult. So yeah, that's something I'm definitely going to practice some more, if nothing else, because it helps produce looser art. When I sketch and then I ink with fine liners and microns and things, I lose a lot of the life that I had in the sketch. So many times I prefer the sketch over the inked finished picture, and it's because I lose a lot of the life and looseness that came with the sketch. And I really wanted to try and recreate that with the brush pen. Like I say, some of the lines are really wobbly and I had to go over them a couple of times, and I think later in the video you see that I did go over a couple with fine liners because I wasn't confident at doing the details with the brush pen. But yeah, I think it's definitely the way forward I'm going to go, especially for marker pieces like this and smaller marker pieces that I just want to do really quickly, because yeah, I'm not going to lose, it's not going to become like a mechanical sort of looking thing that I think sometimes I come across with doing micron and fine liner art. But yeah, I'm using my general mixture of Prismacolor markers, Letraset Pro markers and Copic markers. That's like my holy trinity of markers to colour her in. As always, I found that I didn't actually have the right colours. I have so many markers, I have hundreds and hundreds of markers that I've collected over my lifetime, but I never seem to have the actual colours I want. It's a real pain. I guess it's because I'm used to being a digital artist, so when you're a digital artist you've got every colour in the world just there, but obviously you have to try and adapt when you're using real media, especially a dry real media that doesn't blend particularly well, not like a paint. So you can make any hue you want with paints obviously, but with markers you've got to plan ahead if you're trying to capture certain colours, and I think I did okay by layering browns onto purples and blues onto browns and things, but I think I will start stocking up on a few more colours. Just, you know, you can never have too many markers, right? So yeah, it's like this green. I remember this green or turquoisey colour wasn't quite right, but the good thing with real media that obviously, you know, since you're not limited to what you can use, so if I didn't have the right markers I could use pastels or watercolour paints or just pencils to try and get the colour going the way I want it. So yeah, I think I came out okay. I really want to do a series where I'm drawing pretty much all of the League of Legends characters. I say this all the time, that I want to draw all the League of Legends characters just as a project more than anything, because there are so many of them. There are a constantly growing number of League champions, and I play League all the time. I play it so much, which is funny because I've got such a love-hate relationship with the game, but I'm always in League, and so many of the characters or the champions I love so much, and I keep saying I really want to just sit down and force myself, like a challenge, like a League character a week or something, but yeah, I mean, Quinn wouldn't have been the first one I would have picked. I probably would have picked somebody like Renekton, because I used to play Renekton a heck of a lot, and, you know, he's a giant crocodile, so what's not to love about drawing that? But there are also a lot of quite generic champions, some of the earlier ones, just generic fighty people that I'm not really interested in aesthetically. So it is a project I would like to do someday, but as it is so far, I've got a lot of League art. If you look at my galleries, a lot of digital art that I've done over the years. League is constantly my biggest seller at conventions and my most popular subject matter, I guess. It used to be TF2, now it's pretty much TF2 and League. I think the two most popular things that I draw. I went to a pony convention a couple of years back selling pony art, and I had like a wall of video game art, League of Legends, TF2, Bioshock stuff, and it was funny because people were coming up to my table and walking away with like all of my video game stuff, not buying any pony prints. So it's pretty much one of the things that I know is always going to be popular. League is not dying out anytime soon. League isn't going away. So it's certainly something that I'm going to keep drawing. They've just shown us videos for Aurelian Soul? Yes. The Star Dragon, and he is amazing. I love him so much, but there is no way I'll be able to capture him the way I want to capture him in real media. So I think when I draw him, but let's face it, I'm going to draw him. He's a giant great Star Dragon. It will be digital, but between this one and the NAR picture, I'm really happy that I've started doing marker real media stuff, and especially putting it on YouTube and showing you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I hope I didn't waffle too much about the art, maybe? I don't know. I'm finding the balance between waffling between the subject matter and geeking out about what I'm drawing and actually trying to be vaguely informative. So hopefully one day I'll strike the balance, but I'm just glad that you guys are watching if you are, and if you're not, then you won't hear me saying thank you anyway, so see you later guys, see you next week. Bye!